know, Myrmidon's been trying to gank me, and he continues to fail, and eventually they just kind of get frustrated, I guess, and they just sort of stop. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Important, again, when you are farming, always kill your own creeps once they reach half-life, because you don't want to push it up too far, because once I get to here, it's a lot more dangerous to farm, but as long as I'm sort of in this laney area, it's fine. You see Valk is realizing that I'm free farming, but, I mean, what can she do? Her auto attacks don't hit me for anything. I have my sustainer. Basically, I just can't deny, so now the creep wave is going to get back here. Let's see, I can fast forward a bit. Now that I have some mana, now that I have my sustainer, I can be more helpful when people gank the lane. Because now I'm going to have mana for my ult. I have mana for that electric eye. I placed this eye here because I thought they had a rev ward here, but they didn't. So I removed it. Technically, I could have just left it there in case Bombardier decides to try and gank them, but somehow they know. They must have seen Bombardier or something. I'm going to continue to farm because that's all I'm good for. Some stuff going down here. Big taunts coming out.
Piece of cake, kiss my ass.
Love that. Yep, this guy's going to die. Bombardier does get a kill. And I am free to farm some more. That's really all it is. Farming to get that. I mean, it is fair to say that my team is already sort of winning to a certain degree without me, if we can look at the things. That's the problem with Scout, because in order for me to be effective, I need to be left alone until I have that Rune Cleaver. And although it doesn't take that long, it does take some time. So looking at the score here, oh, they do have a 6 and 5. Yeah, okay, generally, I mean, we are doing better than them. Well, we have 2 kills on them, so it's not like my team is totally reaming them, but I'm definitely not being ganked to the ability that I should be getting ganked. I'm just getting way too much room here, and I am gonna fast forward a bit here because it really is just me last hitting stuff, and I believe there was some gankage here. There was a ward here. I don't know about it, and I'm not sure. No, I don't die. I will die. I'm gonna die because I am gonna be. My farm is getting really ridiculous here, and basically what I'm gonna decide to do is I'm gonna push out and I'm gonna try and get this tower. You can see me get that. Got the counter ward down again with electric eye. And at some point, if you're being left alone to such a degree that like nobody's coming, and you see that the enemy team is all on the map, you can see them all, and they're all like doing stuff with your. They're all fighting other people on your team. Then what you can do is you can push the lane, try to get the tower. Scout actually hits relatively hard, and with Flurry is actually a decent pusher. I'm sure it's gonna happen in a minute now. I've probably already got half of the Rune Axe inside my stash. Fast forward here, because it really gets interesting once I do get that Rune Axe. Until then, it really is just sort of sluggy McFarm. Yeah, I definitely have one of these swords in my stash, and here I'm just gonna go all out getting this tower. I saw that there's stuff happening down here area of the map, and I'm basically just deciding, okay, I'm gonna push out, I'm gonna get this tower. Tower is of course extremely important. Scout, not really a pusher, but your team will definitely appreciate you if you can get a tower down while the enemy team is preoccupied. And this really sucks, because I was holding my Flurry back here, and then I do use the invulnerability, and I wasn't counting on them to TP in. I will get this tower, they will kill me. I did drop the electric eye there, which was good on me, but I did miss this Myrmidon, I suppose. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because the damage is done. I have my Rune Cleaver. That's all that matters. 14 seconds, and you're going to see now what a Scout with a fast Rune Cleaver can do. I don't know how fast a 20-minute cleaver is. It definitely can go faster than that, but it's going to be plenty fast enough for this game, because now I am basically God. I am basically this like shadowy entity which just kind of roams around the map and basically just fucks shit up. So look, we're gonna see Merm here. I am gonna come out invis, kind of stab him. That kills him because I got rank 2 of my ult. I'm gonna go invisible again here. Shit's going down. A scout, you always want to be careful. You don't want to put yourself in harm's way too much. You want to go for the supports that are in the back, the ones that are, because when the people in front are too preoccupied. So this guy didn't even notice probably that I killed Glacius, and just like that, coming from behind. Always use Electric Eye when you come out of invis. Like, doesn't really matter what they are, because you know Glacius, he could easily ice imprison me, and that's pretty much GG. You want to burst people down fast. You can see I basically just shredded that Glacius, and even this guy, fucking hot and fluffy here. I don't know what he has. He might have. Oh, yes, he has a Helm of the Black Legion. He's got a Helm of the Black Legion, and look at me. Look at me. Just getting gnarly. And I mean, I just cut through him like butter. It's retarded. I mean, all I have is this Rune Cleaver. That's all the difference it makes, and it's just all you need, really. What items I'm gonna get next? I am gonna get a Shieldbreaker. It sort of depends on the situation. What you're gonna get on with Scout. The traditional build used to be Rune Cleaver followed by Savage Mace. These days, Savage Mace not such a hot pickup for me. Not on Scout. I think that Shieldbreaker now tends to deal not more damage, but it's more cost-effective damage. And another thing about Shieldbreaker that people don't know, a lot of people don't know, is it goes through deflection. And what that means is that it basically makes Helm of the Black Legion's chance to deflect. It just doesn't happen. Basically I counter Helm of the Black Legion. And so seeing as how they do have a guy with Helm of the Black Legion in this game, which they often do, it's usually always one guy with it. Definitely picking up that Shieldbreaker, because I'm just gonna be mowing down shit. So I believe we're gonna see some stuff happening. I am at 350 GPM. You know how I said that you should always be sort of roaming and stuff like that now? Well, not always. Like, you want to roam and be effective ganking when you can sort of guarantee that something good is gonna happen, like in this situation. But in general, if nothing is happening, just go ahead and keep farming. Like, you should help when you can help, but you should still be farming if nothing is going on. Like, don't go looking for trouble, because chances are if you're playing Scout, you're already going to have the late game secured. And I'm going to slow this down a bit so we can see it. Notice I am going in from behind onto this Merm. I am going to get frozen. Glacius is going to ult. I remember this. Drop the ward. Counter ward. Use the invisibility. I interrupted his ult, and now it's basically me versus these guys. And I mean, I'm gonna get dusted, and so I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, I have to go in now. There's no reason not to. And I am gonna die. But really, my GPM is already quite up there. I do get an assist there, so yeah. That is. I mean, at this point, it's only gonna get worse for these guys. Cause what do they got? They got Gladiator, who, you know, not really a carry that can, you know, light a candle. How does that expression go? I don't know. You can't hold a candle to freaking Scout. I mean, Gladiator certainly has some sort of semi-carry potential in terms of like teamfight presence with all of those stuns and disables, but it's not going to affect Scout, because Scout comes in from behind and just kind of like mows your support down. And what do we got here? We got a TB, we got a Glacius, Myrmidon, and Valk. Valk probably the strongest carry on their team. Still not good against Scout. What is she gonna do? Like, I'm just gonna silence her, mow her down, and she can't leap. She can't do anything. And once she does leap, I can use my ult. Don't ult Valkyrie as Scout before she leaps, because her ult will disjoint your ult and it won't work. But once she's ulted, even if she's in mid-air, you can begin the channel and you will hit her, and she'll, yeah, I mean, Valkyrie after she's leapt is basically a sitting duck. And this Blacksmith getting all the way ballsy. and I am just way out leveling them, way out farming them, and I'm pretty sure I just picked up the Shieldbreaker. I should be sending it here to myself in a second. Any second. No, maybe not. But yeah, I mean, the game is over. They have kicking this guy who doesn't want to concede. I don't know what their deal is. Not paying attention to that. But at this game, it's only at this point it would only have gotten worse for them because Scout is a very strong carry, and you can see here he's cutting through this guy like butter. But a lot of things that I see, a lot of stuff that I see people do wrong with Scout at this point, because at this point, once you have this rune cleaver, you're at an advantage. You're spiking. You're sort of in the situation where you are better than everybody else. But that's not permanent. It's not. There is going to be a little dip, and this dip is when the mid game sort of ends and the enemy team groups up more. And because they're grouped up more, they won't be as susceptible to ganks, if I can use a big word here, dropping the big words. And it's at that point where you have to be careful as Scout, because every death as Scout is horrible. You don't want to die as Scout. You want to continue your advantage. I mean, Scout's farming ability with Rune Cleaver is so good that you just don't want to basically ever die. You don't want to take too many risks. You do need to help your team out. In team fights, I should almost show another game of Scout that I did end up losing. You need to really be careful. You need to gauge the situation of the team fight. If the team fight is happening here, you gotta come in from behind, but you can't go in from behind and then expect the enemy team not to just turn around and kill you. So it's tricky. I don't know what else I can say. After I get the Shieldbreaker, it really depends on the situation. If I have to out-carry somebody, you can get like a wing bow. If there's too much magic crap going on, you can get a shrunken. I'm not really a fan of getting a shrunken on Scout, simply because, and oh my god, there's so much announcer stuff going on. I'm not that much a fan of Shieldbreaker. I'm not that much of a fan of Shrunken Head on Scout, simply because I think he doesn't really need it. His Electric Eye, it already disables everything in a humongous radius, I believe. Okay, 450. I think it's about the same as Defiler's silence, and this silence, unlike Defiler's, goes through magic immunity. So if you got a team with, I don't know, somebody with a Shrunken Head on, using their ultimate, like a channeling ultimate or something, Electric Eye goes through it. There's no way to really not get silenced from that. And Scout, he just automatically like reams anybody because of disarm. Any other carry, you can just basically overpower them. So yeah, items as far as after the Rune Cleaver, I like to get the Shieldbreaker. Oh, I forgot to talk about, one more thing I want to talk about is the boots. You can get Steam Boots. It will make your flurry, I believe, slightly faster, but I do prefer Ghost Marchers nowadays. I've been convinced. I used to go Steam Boots. I'm now convinced more into Ghost Marchers. It definitely increases the damage from your flurry, and it helps you, like, animation cancel and stick with the enemy after the flurry, because after the flurry you still have to be useful. You can't just flurry in and then just run away. You do need to be able to maximize your damage if you're in that situation. So for that reason, I do like Ghost Marchers more. You can't use them while you're invis to make yourself faster or something like that, so there's no synergy directly there, but there is synergy with the flurry, the extra damage you get, and just chasing people down with that. So that's it for this guide. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe. Hopefully I'll do a patch notes thing this Friday, if the patch comes out this Friday. I don't know. I'm assuming it is. I'm assuming there's going to be a new hero. I do know what the next hero is. I can't talk about that. But if the patch comes out this Friday, I hope to do a little patch video where I'll just read through the patch notes and showcase the hero a little bit really quick in like practice mode. So I'm looking forward to that. That's it. Goodbye.